Fantastic, thank you so much. Now I know some of you are getting a bit wet, put your brollies out, share your brollies with someone, you know you can do it. I just want to say we've got a quick message from John Rees of the People's Assembly Committee, because with your help we're organising a really huge convoy to Calais. He's got news on that. We've got a video from Jeremy Corbyn, so please hang on for that. Tom Robinson, and those of you who are old enough will know exactly who he is and how dear he is in our hearts. He's going to come up on stage and do a quick warm-up song for us. We've got a few more speakers, and then he's going to come back and sing us a few songs at the end of our early evening session. So that's what we've got. Loads more. Keep dry, huddle together, keep warm. We're nearly done, and then we've got a load more. I know some of you are going home, I know some of you are not. Right.
Our fight, our mobilisation doesn't stop at the borders of this country. Our compassion doesn't stop at the borders of this country, and the people who need our solidarity aren't simply within the borders of this country. This government is about the demonisation of poor people here and poor people in other parts of the country and in other parts of the world. That's why they turn on migrants. That's why they turn on refugees. That's why there are thousands of people trapped in the Calais camp who want to get to this country. And our message to them is, you are welcome here. But we are going to do more than send them a message of words. On the 18th of June, put it in your diary, 18th of June, we are going to send a huge convoy to Calais. The Communications Workers Union, Unite the Union, some of the biggest unions in this country are joining together with Stand Up to Racism, with the Stop the War Coalition, and with the People's Assembly to say to Cameron, you are going to see what the compassion, the solidarity, the internationalism of the people in this country amounts to, and it is going to be a political message to you as well as solidarity to them. Cut it out! Cut out the scapegoating, cut out the Islamophobia, cut out the demonisation of migrants and refugees. That is going to be the message on the 18th of June. And if you have a lorry, if you have a car, if you have a van, if you have a bus, if you have a coach, if you have a car, if you have a motorbike, if you have a scooter, God damn it, if you've got a bike and you can pedal hard enough, be on that demonstration, be on that convoy. Because I'll tell you this, there is no refugee in Calais who came from a public school, who went to Oxford University, who has a tax avoiding account in Panama, or is a millionaire. They're not the people ruining the NHS or depriving us of homes. They're the people in the Tory cabinet. So it's time for them to go and for the refugees to come, and that's what the convoy to Calais is going to be all about.
Right, fantastic. Well, eyes this way, tech's all going to work nice and smoothly. The message to the People's Assembly demonstration today from Jeremy Corbyn. Take it away.
I'm very sorry I can't be at the anti-austerity demonstration today in London. I'm campaigning in Liverpool. The anti-austerity movement has done so much to expose the hypocrisy of those that caused the banking crisis in 2008 and then expect the rest of us to pay for it. The austerity we're in at the moment in Britain is a political choice, not an economic necessity. And that political choice means the poorest in our society are paying the most. Our movement has to force this government to account and force onto the agenda a completely alternative economic strategy about an economy that works for all, not the few. The issues are enormous. Our National Health Service, over £1 billion in deficit and debt at every hospital across the country, and the junior doctors taking action to defend the NHS and defend their working conditions. The steel industry, in crisis because the government refused to act. We need to force them to be prepared to defend the steel industry, defend those jobs, and if necessary, take a public stake in the industry to do so. We have a housing crisis that affects millions across Britain, either living in overcrowded accommodation, paying excessive rents in the private rented sector, or desperately waiting for a council house yet to be built. We can, need and must invest in housing for all. And we have a crisis of the government's making, with now the forced academisation of schools, destroying the local accountability through councils and communities, and instead making every school into a competition with a neighbouring school. It doesn't have to be like this. We have to put forward the strongest alternative we can. We forced them back on working tax credits when they tried to cut them last year. We forced them back when they took personal independence payments out of the budget. 3 days later, we're forced to put them back. The anti-austerity movement here in the United States, across Europe, is showing the way that popular feeling is we have to invest in people, invest in society, and not destroy the public services that our generation is benefiting from and our previous generations built up for us. It's really power in our hands to change things, to change society. It's democratic power that will bring about that change, and it's working.
Friends, is it your band, Tom? For our entertainment and delight, take it away.
Hello. God, it's got a bit wet, but I've got a song for you to join in with if you want. We all know about being here, but we know when we go back and open a newspaper or turn on the TV, we're going to read a totally different story from what we've actually experienced here today. And that's because of the frightening lies from the other side. And this is a song called Power in the Darkness. If you want to join us. So the chorus goes like this. Power in the darkness, frightening lies from the other side. Power in the darkness, stand up and fight for your rights. Power in the darkness, frightening lies from the other side. Power in the darkness, stand up and fight for your rights. To choose what to do with your body. fundamental to the British way of life are under attack. Universal education, access to justice, affordable housing, affordable transport, even our magnificent health service, no longer safe from those trying to undermine everything decent and humane in our society. The government. And it's about time we said, enough is enough, and so return to the traditional British values: fairness, tolerance, democracy, justice, accountability, and freedom. Not the freedom for the rich to avoid paying the same taxes as the rest of us. Not the freedom for multinational corporations to avoid paying any tax at all. Not the freedom to persecute the poor, the defenseless, and the vulnerable. Not the freedom for cozy cartels to line their pockets out of the public purse. And here in London, not the freedom for the sons of billionaire bullies to denigrate their rivals using the race card. Because when our glorious leaders call themselves the champions of freedom, what they mean is freedom from the unemployed, freedom from the destitute, freedom to treat people like scum, freedom from unemployed, freedom from immigrants, freedom to look after number one, freedom from honesty, freedom from integrity, freedom from alternative views. They want freedom from the needs of ordinary people, freedom from the likes of you and me. Power in the darkness, hiding in lies from the other side. Power in the darkness, it's time to stand up and fight for your rights. One more time. Power in the darkness, hiding in lies from the other side. Power in the darkness, stand up and fight for your rights.
Well, follow that. We've got someone who's more than capable of following that. Another great leader of our movement, another one that's not afraid to put herself at the forefront of the fight against